Here we are, Juts Banter back again. How many episodes do you think we have that are, we're back? More episodes than we have just regular episodes.
Our episodes are us coming back at this point.
We have a new look, and which means we have a look now. We're video. We have video set up today.
Yeah.
As well as
obviously dressed to impress.
Dude, seriously. Timmy was like, "Are we doing video too?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, I have to take a shower. She's like, "Actually, no, fuck it. I'm slumming it." So here we are. All right. I do want to kick this off with like a story. Have you heard about the cop that got fired for like banging like 6 of her coworkers?
I have.
Her name's like Megan something or other.
Yeah.
But okay, so how much do you know of that?
That like that she just had everybody,
banging her.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so I finally found somewhere that told me the full story, and it was kind of crazy. So basically what ended up happening is this chick got hired on to the police station, and it was pretty quick that she started like flirting and things like that, and then
so it was like initiated.
Yeah, she initiated it quick. And she started flirting with all the cops and whatever, and exchanging photos. And then she started she was getting banged on the job at after work parties. She was literally getting gangbanged by multiple of them.
Oh God.
All the while. And like the husband said he like kind of, because the husband is the biggest person because this was the hugest meme thing I've ever seen.
She's married?
She's married. She's married to this freaking goober, dude. And he's like a park ranger. He seems like the coolest, sweetest guy, right?
Yeah.
And I guess he said something like he kind of was suspicious because she tried to talk him into swinging with another couple, and then when they were at a work party with like work friends, he walked into a back room where she was making out with one of the wives of one of the cops, and then so he said he left the party immediately because he wasn't happy.
Yeah.
And now it's come out that she was like sending all these photos and banging these dudes on the job, out of the job, and all this stuff, and he says he's sticking by her after everything.
What?
Yeah. And then she said she's not going to respond to anything that happened, and she's just going to continue on to move forward with her life, and he's going to stick by her.
Well, that's all you really can do, and he's dumb.
He's very dumb.
She obviously wasn't happy. I don't know. People are wild.
And what was crazy is he was a park ranger, but he was trying to be a CHP officer, and I guess he was in the hiring process of being hired somewhere, and he withdrawed from it after this.
Oh.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he was going to
work with her.
Fuck all the dudes in the fucking
for sure.
precinct.
For sure.
What was crazy is like I kept seeing like all the memes for that, and I wanted so bad to know the real story.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'll see memes, and it'll be something that just happened, right? Mm-hmm. And it'll be like 1,000. My whole For You page or whatever is just full of it, and then I like look at it and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I just go off of it. I'm like, whatever. And then I'll like hear it from other people, and I'm like, oh.
I felt like a boomer with that one.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing this thing recently where I don't understand stuff. I'll Google it. It's like I don't know how these kids inherently know what's going on, but I had to Google it to figure out why this girl was a thing, because I saw her everywhere.
Wait, so you Googled girl? What'd you Google? What was your search? Girl, or like?
It was female cop banged coworkers.
Oh, nice.
And that's what I Googled.
Nice.
And it was like, yeah, they're in like Tennessee, I think.
Tennessee.
Yeah. I can't even imagine being that guy. Like nobody that's like worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario. You cheat on your husband to get him to hate you, and he can only accept that you wanted to hook up.
I did want to kind of shift gears like completely out of that, because I've been thinking about something and I wanted to bring it up to you because we've had kind of debates about it before. And by the way, with the podcast, people listening to the full length, this is going to take hard right turns like crazy. There's no kind of direct line that we're going to be doing. We're just going to kind of just keep going on different things until we find something we like. But I wanted to talk to you about why didn't you like Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Oh, okay, so I just rewatched it.
That's perfect because I feel like I have a new line of sight on it, or a new look on it, a new take, because enough time has passed. Well, it wasn't super recently, but it was recent enough, and I feel like I just kind of like I've been letting like the new thought process on it grow. But I want to hear what you think of it.
Okay. So the first time I saw it, I was like severely let down, which is, I feel like, kind of my fault because I expected so much because of how much I loved the first one.
The first one was an absolute banger.
It was so good. And the second one was good. Like, rewatching it, like, I definitely appreciated it more watching it again. But, like, it still bugged the fuck out of me. Like, there's something that they do with these movies that just, like, they just shove all this stuff at you, and, like, they don't allow you to choose your feelings. They choose it for you. And, like, that's how all movies are. They put in the music, and you know what I mean? Like, obviously. But it's just so much that it's, like, joke, cry moment. You know what I mean? And then it moves on to just, like, where's the actual growth from these people? And, like, Peter Quill, you're literally so stupid in the second movie. And, like, his dad, like, I liked that idea, and I thought that was really interesting, and I liked kind of, like, the kind of choice he was given, you know, with, like, this much of power to become a god and whatever, but, like, it's still just, like, the acting just, it didn't pull me, and I think that was the biggest letdown. But it's also, like, I just, like, it does have that both, like, you know, like, emotional side to it as well as the comedy factor, but, like, it just didn't go. It just was too much of two opposite sides, you know what I mean? It was just like a wreck. I don't know.
No, I get it. And I feel like we've had, like, this, the preface of this is, like, we've had some serious, like, really heated debates about this movie. And recently I've put a lot of thought to it, and like, I do agree to a certain level now that there's no real substance to the movie. Because everything feels, it just feels kind of bullshit. Like, it feels like, okay, what the fuck?
Right?
Like, where's the actual character development? Don't just say, like, all of a sudden from this 5-second scene that he developed, like, all this, like, emotion, like he moved on or whatever. Or, like, because I was so excited because the way they kept hinting at the dad being a celestial and everything like that. And then I was like, oh, it's going to be this huge thing. And then all of a sudden, this thing that I thought was going to be more arcing over more phases was just it came and went in one movie, and it wasn't that good.
They could have did so much, like, more to where it wasn't just, like, you know what I mean, though? Like, they really are just pushing that fake substance.
No, yeah.
Like, instead of actually going into the whole story. Like, the movie is good, but in my opinion, it's a throwaway because it's, like, it doesn't matter. Well, yeah. In the whole universe. You know what I mean? Like,
I think, you know, in Interstellar, when like, the robot Marine makes a joke, and then Matthew McConaughey is like, what's your humor level set at? And it's like 75%. Like, let's bring it down to 25.
Yeah.
Like, let's bring all Marvel. It's at a fucking 125 right now. Let's bring it down to like a 40%.
They're just comedy
and then it'll be way
point.
better.
And, like, if you watch the older stuff, like, it does have that kind of, like, humor, but those humors are like one-liners that, you know, it's like a joyful, like, it gets you through the rough stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like a relief joke.
Yeah.
And it's not so much dependent, you know?
It's like a comic relief.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why it's so frustrating to see, because, like, even with the first Guardians, you saw him in Peter Quill in, like, a very fragile state where he was just now becoming closer with different people, and you saw that vulnerability, like, blossom. You know what I mean? Like, he just got more comfortable with everybody around him. And the second one was just, like, trash. It just, it bothered me.
Well, it's just,
and it was the same thing with Thor. And, like, I love Thor, and I love Ragnarok now, but the change of it, I was just like not ready.
I think
I just had high hopes of like the whole like.
I love Thor more than most people. Like I love Thor more than anyone that I've met. I'm the only person that's like my top movie from the MCU is the original Thor. Like I've never met another person.
Good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And I feel like I'm also one of the people that went into Ragnarok as well as Love and Thunder with an idea of what it actually was going to be. Yeah. So I enjoyed it, but it's still not the Thor I want. I want a dark, gritty, more Shakespearean Thor, like the first one. Yes, that's what I want.
Especially Dark World.
Yeah.
Like, it was good, but...
Christian Bale, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen Love and Thunder. Yeah.
Dude.
No.
That movie... It's like it's Ragnarok because the comedy because of Takai Waititi or whatever his name. I can't pronounce his name correctly to save my fucking life. Takai Waititi. You made me say it again. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. But
sorry.
It's his movie. You know, it's the same thing with Ragnarok. It's a lot of heavy humor that's a bit cheesy. I can't stand Natalie Portman in that film, and I love Natalie Portman, but it's not. Some people are just not made for comedy. So it's a little cringe, but Christian Bale carries that fucking movie on his back, dude. Every scene he's in. Yeah. It's fucking fantastic.
Man, him just, period. What a man.
What a man, what a man. Dude, that dude, I mean, he fucks, honestly. How many meme pages do you follow?
You know, I think that's the only reason why I go on Instagram. Tell me I'm wrong. Like that's I'm only watching for memes.
I only go for memes. But
it's just dumb brain now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's freaking. I go to social media for reels and memes, right? So I am about to unfollow all the meme accounts or hide all the meme accounts because 50% of what they post is porn.
Oh, I know. Like OnlyFans things are just like
I found her OnlyFans. Yeah. And then they are straight up they're just completely naked on Instagram, which there's this level of
it makes me sad for kids who have meme accounts like that. Yeah. Or who only follow memes.
That's true. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. And it's, no, they're getting paid by these girls. These girls pay them to get their OnlyFans going, but
rip.
What's crazy is because you've seen boobs before, but it's shocking. It's shocking when you're seeing boobs where you're not supposed to see them.
The quickness and looking around because who cares if I'm looking at tits? But if I'm not planning on looking at tits, dude, I'm scared.
I'd be in the worst spots it could happen, and I'll go back on my phone, and I guess the last thing I looked at was some full vag on Instagram. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they have the whole the whole fucking thing like fake videos of getting fucked where they're just it's just them filming themselves but they're just moving. Have you seen that?
No.
They're just just show half
they're on a rocking chair.
Literally,
they have tea in their hand but they're
they even I even saw recently that they're posting like porn videos but cropping it appropriately. It was one girl looking up and all you see is this and all you see is and then it's the audio is there.
You ever see the likes on them?
It's crazy, yeah.
So it doesn't get taken down.
No, I know. I've reported them too. Yeah, and they say that it doesn't violate our guidelines. I'm like, how?
Which is insane. But it's also
they wear a fishnet?
It could, I mean, no, if a nipple's a nipple, you know? That's what they go off of. But, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you think, I mean, I'm going straight conspiracy. Never mind. I'm just going down a hole.
No, what?
Well, you know what I'm talking about when, what they allow us to see and what they shove us to see. And what if they are shoving that as well as content, but also, where it's, they allow it because it's almost they're pushing the bar of what's sensitive.
I mean, I'm all about desensitizing the masses to nudity and stuff like that, but they push it in a sexual way, so I don't think
that's what I'm saying.
It's not desensitized. Yeah, it's not sensitizing.
It's not just a body. It's making a body to do something.
Yeah, it's making it to where everything that is a problem now, when guys see a naked girl, it's just making it worse because it's just making it a sexual situation.
Well,
seeing a naked girl.
Oh, see, yeah, that's true. It's all annoying though.
It's very annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna unfollow a lot of meme accounts, I think, or like mute them for now.
Dude, I've been thinking about just deleting Instagram, but now we're doing this, so I can't.
Did you hear that Carol Baskin's husband apparently is alive?
Yes. Did we talk about this?
No, we never talked about this.
Oh, okay. No, we haven't. I've talked about everybody else about this. So I was outside and I was talking to Stella and Elizabeth and I was going on a rant about Joel McHale. Hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I was
because he was a part of season 2, right? I never watched season 2.
Season 2 of what?
Of Tiger King.
He did the reunion.
Oh.
He hosted the reunion.
Gotcha.
And he basically he was just like treating them as like a mock, like how everyone's laughing about Tiger King and like it's the, a funny little, everyone's laughing at. Yes, it was a meme. Everybody laughed at it. Anyways, these are real people with real problems and real struggles. And this guy goes in and interviews these people and just laughs at them and like talks shit to them. And it was just like, and you could see them being uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And anyways, hated him.
Side note, the dude with the crazy teeth was upset because he said he did so much content and interviews with his teeth fixed, and they didn't use any of it. They only used
see what I mean?
They're
just trying to shove this picture.
Well, yeah.
Of like,
that's why Carol Baskin, they edited it to make it look like Carol Baskin killed her husband to make her look hella weird. And then she didn't know that. Like, she was suing them for defamation.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I don't think she won though.
Yeah, I don't. Well, now she probably was chilling. But anyways, yeah, so, and then I was talking to them, and I was like, yeah, well, and then I was just like, and then I was like, and plus, like, Carol Baskin killed her husband, and like, as a joke, and then both of them at the same time were like, they found her husband, they found him, he was in Costa Rica, and that's all I've heard.
Okay, so...
But it was, like, the most exciting news that I've heard, but also, I was like, damn, I really wanted her to be like, guilty. I
don't
know why.
Here's the thing. One of the best songs to ever come out of COVID was like killed her husband, whacked him.
Yeah,
right?
no, literally.
But
forever.
I think so the whole all the internet now thinks that Carol Baskin's husband's alive. And that's been this said thing.
What if he's not?
I looked into it. I went to a bunch of different articles. I tried to find good sources. Everything is only showing that Carol Baskin said that her husband's alive. She was in an interview and said that Homeland Security told her that he was alive and well. Like, he actually went to Costa Rica, like, shortly after he was missing. That's why she was never worried about it and just moved on with her life. Because Homeland Security has known he left. They just didn't do anything about it. But that's what she says.
Oh, so she has no idea where he is. It's not like a recovery where we found him.
We haven't got an actual thing from the Homeland Security or anything.
No, she killed that dude. Yeah. All right, I'm back on it.
Whacked him. Bruh.
Yeah,
we can fucking sing it with pride now, homie.
No. I mean, like, that's just me not checking facts.
Like, straight up, everyone's saying this stuff, and then the first thing I did was Google it. I was like, all right, I need to figure out who said it, where, and why.
Real. Because I was like, dang, that kind of sucks.
Dude.
But now I'm back on it. No, fuck that. She killed him.
Honestly, bro.
Yeah, he's gone.
All right, so I was going to ask, I was going to do this tail off of the Instagram thing. How do you, like, so more so out of curiosity, like, this is about as personal as this is going to get. Like, how do you feel about significant other that watches porn? Because this is just the beginning. I have a tail end question. I have a main question at the tail end, but I want to know the initial this and then move from there.
Okay, what was your question again?
Like, how do you feel about a significant...
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I mean...
Don't even give it time of day? Like, you don't let it...
I don't think about it. Okay. In fact, Okay. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think about it sometimes, but it's not like a judgment or like I hate it or like that's cheating. Like, I guess I'm just uncomfortable right now.
Okay. Let's move forward.
No. We're fine. But like, I guess I can't judge them because I watch porn.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So my tail end of that, like, because that's just the intro to the question.
Yeah.
Okay. So to take it like a step further, because generally I feel like most people wouldn't necessarily care about porn. Like, I wouldn't care if my girlfriend watched porn.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to know what kind of porn she watches. I kind of want to leave that to her and then just never deal with that ever.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to know.
I don't know. I don't know how that. Yeah, but I get it. Go on.
Because it's like, oh, I like this, And it's like, that's
and then
nothing
it becomes,
like me.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and I was
it
like,
becomes like yeah, that makes
and
sense.
I don't care. You know, do your own thing behind closed doors.
I don't know if I don't think I've ever actually shared you know what I mean? Like, no. But like, I mean, that is interesting. And I've also, I don't know. But like, I don't think it's something that I would stray away from, but I do get the idea of like the whole comparison. Mm-hmm. But that's the whole point of porn. It's not supposed to be in comparison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're able to do that, it's...
Yeah. Well, okay. So my question to jump off that is, if you don't care that he watches porn, would you care if he subscribed to OnlyFans?
Okay. So, I mean, I've dealt with this before. Do you remember that?
Nuh-uh. Oh my God, yes! How did you feel?
Okay.
Was it someone that he knew, like, in real life?
No.
Or was it a famous person?
I think it was like an Instagram person. I don't actually know. I don't think he knew him. But regardless, like, you know, high hopes from his end. But okay, so yes, I did care. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you why. So we hung out on Sunday. It was a Sunday, and we hung out, and we, you know, we're together like the whole day. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, stuff happened, whatever. So it was like almost, you know, like, that's done, whatever. I go home, and then the next day, or it was like a couple days later. Yeah, it was a couple days later. He accidentally, I don't know how, but so fucking stupid, right? Screenshots it, right? His bank statements that says like OnlyFans and the payment for it. And then posts somehow on Instagram, right? And I remember seeing it, and I opened it. I was like, or I just saw like the bubble, right? And I like looked at it, but I'm so annoying that I just don't give a shit. I don't want to watch your story. So like I look at the little bubble, and it just looked like, like bank statement almost, but it just looked weird. And I remember just being like, whatever. And then he hit me up in a panic and was like, oh my God, did you see my story at all? Like, I don't know if you did, because it didn't say anything, but I'm just making sure, like, did you see it? And I was like, why? And then he was like, oh my God, I'm just so embarrassed. Like, I don't know how it happened. And then he's like, I accidentally posted this. And like, he sent it to me, like the photo. Because I was like, what would you post? And then so he sent it to me. And then he was like, and then I looked at it, but I just looked at it and I was just like, what, you're broke? Like, you're spending hella money. Like, I just didn't know what at first. And I was like looking at it more, and I think it was a seller. And I was like, this motherfucker bought OnlyFans like literally like 20 minutes after I left his house. It was like the payment time, like it was just like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wow. Okay, so it was like, is she gone? All right, I'm gonna find the one I want. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? That's why I cared. But I mean, OnlyFans, if they know the person, I mean, it's a little bit more personal, and that's a little weird. You know what I mean? I think. So I think it's a conversation. But I don't
conversation needs to be had.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I don't know. If it's some random hot girls on OnlyFans, like, I'm not gonna judge you. You're not watching free shit. That sucks for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, thanks for I
forgot about
story
that.
Was hella fun. Yeah. Me too. And once you asked me, I was like, damn.
Fuck, I forgot about that. That's so funny.
Yeah, sometimes you just like don't think of shit, right? And then it's like something will pull it, and then you're like, you almost react to it just again. And I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, I don't care. Like, it's just like that was so funny.
Well, speaking of icks, right?
Oh yeah, let's talk about icks.
All right.
Just because I'm intrigued.
No, because you used ick today. And like, so we talked about this earlier, and like, there's
okay, but I meant it as like ick the word, not ick the like feeling where it's like ick. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
So like icky.
So you
gross.
You mean
icky.
It's like gross
ick.
Rather than saying like it gives you the ick.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You. Okay.
But we could still say
yeah. I mean, I make a certain type of sandwich a way that Tiffany doesn't like it. It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I make it the correct way.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it does give me the ick. It makes me cringe everywhere. But I did just mean gross. But yeah, carry on.
Okay, just to preface it, this is how I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Tiffany's judged me my entire life. So you take, your 2 pieces of bread, right? And then you take your peanut butter, you put it on your bread, and then you just like mix up your jam a little bit with your fork, right?
Your fork?
Oh, yeah, I use a
Everybody
fork.
knows you use a spoon, you uncultured swine.
I use a fork. For some reason in my head, it slices through the jelly in a better way.
Well, you wouldn't have to if you laid it on bread.
Okay. And then so you take the jelly and then you pour it on top of the bread with the peanut butter. And then you spread it over the peanut butter, a nice little even spread.
And then you get this plain fucking white bread and just
I like
slap
wheat, okay?
it on the
Like, don't assume I eat white bread, homie.
You eat white bread.
If it's there, but like I prefer like a wheat.
Oh. Yeah, I like multigrain, bro.
Dude, the Dave's Killer bread is so fire.
That's literally my
God.
favorite.
It's the best.
The green bag. Got you.
100%.
Those are my favorite.
And yeah, so then there's a clean piece of bread at some point that does it. Because I think there's a problem when you have to like slap it together. Fuck that, bro.
There's not a problem. Peanut butter sticks.
Yeah, but the jelly falls sometimes if you lay it on thick.
You don't have to do that, you dipshit. You just...
Bro, it don't work like that. You gotta fucking slap it, dude.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Dude,
all right, whatever. But I don't like it. I don't know what it is, but like I feel like you need to do jam on one and, peanut butter on the other. And then you put the peanut butter on top of the jelly. I don't know. Like you got like a plain canvas. Like that's what it's for, And the whole point is so that you can get extra jam because it goes into the bread. Your jelly's just floating on top of the PB.
That's the point.
No.
It's all going to the same place. Coming from the person that didn't want any of their food to touch when they were a kid.
Yeah, that's a lot different.
A sandwich, everything touches. I don't want to break it to you.
Yeah. Okay. It's called an eating disorder. I'm just kidding. It's not.
Dude, have you seen everything happening with AI right now? I don't want to freak you out, but it's crazy.
Honestly, dude. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really seen much of it, but
there's AI
I can only imagine.
AI generators for all these different things now. There's a thing called Chat GPT, and you could literally go into there and ask it to make a script or an essay or anything off of any topic, and you could tell it how long you want it to be. And you just, as long as you're detailed enough of what you want it to talk about, and it'll come up with a great.
It's not perfect.
No. It's literally like it'll like scan like the internet or whatever, and it'll give you like a full on script about whatever you want it to talk about, or like essay. And like Chat GPT 3 was out. That was the first one they released to the public. And then with all the information of the public playing with it, they took that, made Chat GPT 4, which is apparently like a couple billion lines more of code apparently than the like ChatGPT 3. So it's astronomically bigger than the first one, than the other one, and it's just crazy. And it's putting like copyrights and all these other people out of business because you don't need anymore. And they're talking about how this technology, if this is its infancy. There's no point for like college and all that stuff because you just ask. It's like Googling. And was like, what? When did this happen? Or now it's like, you want an essay? It'll do it. And then also it could like cross-reference a website that, checks its plagiarism rating. It'll like give you a grade. Like Marissa does every time she's about to submit an essay, she has to go through and then to submit it to this software, and it'll give you a percentage of how much is plagiarized, like the same as other people's. And it has to be under like 10%. And then so now if it could cross-reference that, then like there's no proof that anyone writes anything.
Yeah.
It's insane. And then on top of that, you have AI generated imagery. So like you could say, I want Hitler in a pink tutu riding a hippo, on fire. And then it'll just a couple seconds later, it does it in like high quality.
Shit.
Like illustrators are going to be out of business, stuff like that. And then you could take video they recorded and you say, I want the subject isolated and I want the background to be heaven and then all this stuff. And then in video, it'll like isolate green screen, fucking track
it's
fucking subjects. It's
literally like we're going to be in Wakanda.
It's just, it's making it insane to where now that what I'm thinking is like, think about the crossover between like virtual reality and augmented reality with an AI that can adjust based off of whatever you say. Like, think, because the difference between like virtual reality is like the VR, right? And then you're just fully immersed. Augmented reality is like the glasses you're wearing now, just either that or contacts will like adjust what's in your actual reality. So in here we see all this stuff, but then augmented reality would be like as if Tony Stark had sunglasses that made it to where things are popping up and holograms, all this stuff. That's augmented reality.
Gotcha.
Now imagine all that mixed with this tech that can make you, like, could change anything anytime you say it in any way, shape, or form. Think about all the CGI artists that are just going to be out of business because this AI can do it.
So many people are going to be out of jobs. Yeah, it's insane, dude.
People are really scared of the whole AI thing now because of Chat GPT 4, because it's saying, do you want to be an influencer?
An influencer? Fuck no.
But what if this blew up tonight?
I don't know. I feel like that's also a fear of mine. Is for this to, and like I feel so bad saying that because like obviously like that's the whole point of doing stuff like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think that's something I'd want. I don't think I'd want to be at all in the light of being an influencer.
Do you see how much money people make from podcasts?
No.
Yeah, so if you were just big for being on a podcast, you'd be chilling. Like if that was the only thing you were famous for and technically you're an influencer, but all you really did was post on a podcast and rarely ever post on social media, you'd be chilling.
How much do you make? You just be chilling because it's good money?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, depending on how big your thing is, it's like once we get like 1,000 listeners, we'll be making like a couple $100 an episode just from 1,000 listeners.
Let's go, guys.
As soon as people blow up, dude, they're making like millions if you self-produce.
Damn. Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you want to be an influencer?
I don't think so. No, I do actually. Yeah, I guess I do. I want Raw Knock Ranch to blow up.
I mean, yeah, but
I'd love to be able to do this and people want to hear it. Like I'd love to. I like the camera pointing at me and me like having to do stuff. So like, and then if that would make me money and pay my bills, I'd be chilling. But on the flip side of that, I'm fully aware of the whole like no more public life. So like once the bigger you get, the worse like going out and about. And that's why I think I like the car industry, because you could be like the top of our industry right now, the top people like David Freiberger and Michael Finnegan and people like that. They still have relatively normal lives. You'll get recognized from people time to time when you go out, but they could still carry on real lives, and they're in the top of their game, making really good fucking money. Yeah. But it's just like the communities are so different. Rather than like if you're like Charlie D'Amelio and you're in that industry, that's such a bigger niche that you're fucking wrecked.
That's a mainstream entertainment almost, and it's completely controlled, and that's, you know what I mean? It's pick and choose who you wanna. Yeah. And that's just, especially that is something I wouldn't want to be a part of. I feel like it's just life ending.
I don't see, like, I see the negatives, but I don't see the negatives outweighing the positives of it. I guess of money and then like reach and things like that, and then like the availability of like being comfortable from having like because like like famous people get they get better taken care of in life depending on where you go.
I mean, who likes you. And like that's obviously like I think a want from a lot of people. You know what I mean? But especially in the public side, like that just doesn't seem like something. You ever watch that? Are you about to say something?
No, you're good.
You ever watch that video and it's like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and they're like in a crowd and Prince Harry's like waving or whatever, like something's happening, and then she looks like a fucking robot because it was a fucking robot. And they just try to be like, nah, that's her. And she just like this, like literally like I swear to God, like it's a robot. Yeah, I mean, and they think we're stupid.
We are stupid.
No, we're not.
I think we're stupid because not because we didn't notice in the beginning, but because a week passed and life happens, we don't talk about it no more. Like, that's why we're stupid.
It's because they create more problems. It's a fucking fishing hole for these people.
Well, yeah.
It's yeah. I just feel like I've been such a negative tangent of just like the control.
All right, well, I mean, I guess like go into some of your conspiracy theories.
Not even conspiracy theories. It's just stuff that I've been like seeing and like listening about, and it's just so devastating. Like, it's like all the stuff about like cloning. Have you heard any or read anything about cloning?
I'm not super familiar. Oh, are you talking about the mammoth? The woolly mammoth coming out? They're coming out with the new woolly mammoth, bruh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they fucking know how they have the DNA of a woolly mammoth, and they're in, like.
Is this Jurassic World?
Yeah, literally, bro. They're gonna have an elephant fucking give birth to a woolly mammoth in like Siberia.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard.
Real
about
life,
that.
bro.
See what I mean though? Like, it's just like, why? Are woolly mammoths like essential for us?
Yeah, no, I think like
They are?
So the scientists that are doing it are under the guides of like it's like a ecological reason. Like, they're putting them into an ecosystem that could use them for some reason. I don't know. They're saying it's backed by like ethical reasons. Somehow,
it
where they're
seem
reintroducing
ethical
them.
Doing that. That's not.
I mean,
ethical.
it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like ethics are broad and ethics are fucking opinions, right? Depending on your society, like, it's opinions.
Well, yeah, but I would like to think it's the better opinion.
Yeah, but I'd also
I'd
also like to see a woolly mammoth. Like, that would be freaking sick.
But
right?
like, still, they're fucking huge.
Exactly, dude.
Could you imagine? I don't know why, but Johnny, I'm not even picturing obviously because I've never seen one, but like I'm just thinking of Ice Age. Like,
no, literally. I guess I was talking to Elizabeth about this, and apparently they're talking about the saber-toothed lion too. But real quick, the woolly mammoth, they're apparently adjusting their DNA because
reunion.
For real, dude. And I guess that they're able to since they're able to alter its DNA, they're altering it so it doesn't have the tusks.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the whole point.
I don't know. That's what's so cool about them. But that was from the woolly mammoth. I was like, and then Elizabeth was like, I guess they have the DNA of a saber-toothed lion too, and they're gonna try to do that. I'm like, are they taking away their tusks? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know why I'm asking you that. Why would you know that?
They probably will, because it's less of a threat to humans.
Yeah, that's true.
They're fucking, of course, it's scientists. They're a bunch of pussies. Like, of course they're going to take that away.
I think it'd be sick. I want to see dinosaurs too. I don't give a fuck. I could watch all the Jurassic Parks 10 times in a week.
Yeah.
And I still want them to make dinosaurs. I don't give a fuck, bro. I want to see them.
I know, but go see a crocodile. Fuck.
I see the crocodiles at Six Flags every time I go.
Okay.
I want to see other things too.
Yeah, but you just gotta, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Me and Jackson talking about mermaids. You talk about mermaids at all?
I haven't let Marissa know that I believe in mermaids yet. But so we're still together. That's what that means.
Oh my god, they're gonna see my hairy ass legs. Where's this cut off? Is it down here?
I don't know, homie.
I just got so embarrassed.
Should have fucking shaved, dude.
No, it's winter.
Then fucking wear it proud, dude. I have long johns under these because it's so cold here at the office that they're tucked into my socks.
Dude, I have freaking running shorts under and 3 shirts.
Big chillin', bro.
I knew it was gonna be cold. But yeah, dude, I'd like to think mermaids are real, but
mermaids are fucking real, bro. I don't want to hear anything, dude. That freaking Discovery documentary had me convinced that these were some mermaids, dude. I was like, but look at the footage. That's a mermaid. And then now I look back, I'm like, that is the worst CGI I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so terrible. And then I realized you read I read articles on it, and they were like, yeah, the creators are obviously saying this is like a mockumentary. I'm like, dude, it had me fooled. I was like, I'm such a gullible American.
I watched a documentary last night.
It did put a seed of doubt in my head though, like about it. Like now I do think that just because of how unexplored our oceans are, like why wouldn't there be something like a mermaid?
So
like a mermaid.
Yeah, and see, like that's definitely my angle. When I was talking to Jack, I was like, yeah, like there's so much unexplored, and he's like, it's still like explored. And I was like, no, and he goes, yeah.
Okay,
like,
okay,
there's satellites.
okay.
There's so much that is seen in the open water. It's like, yes, from the depth maybe, but like there's I don't know.
I
could just
as you were
assume.
saying that, I just had this like it just all made sense in my head. It's like they say a certain percentage is unexplored, but I'm pretty sure that same percentage damn near is just open fucking water. That there's like pools of like life and things happening, but like that's like in hot spots. There's huge parts of like desert, but it's just water. Ain't fucking anything there. Maybe on the floor, but it's just like we could get to it. We could see it if you fucking go down there, but there's no point to explore it. So that makes sense. I just had a whole ass like I don't even think I properly explained it just now. Like in my head it makes sense now that we haven't technically explored all of it, but we know enough from satellites and deductive reasoning and all these open spaces that they're like there's an open field 100 miles that way. I'm not gonna
see
go
all the way, and then you're
see,
like, I don't see a rat, but I'm sure there's one.
Yeah, I've only explored 10% of this area, but I ain't gonna go further because it's bullshit. Fuck, dude, we're scientists now.
But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, it's just a hope more than like, full belief that they're there. It's more of like a hope they're there, just because it'd be pretty rad.
So cool, dude.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
Imagine like you're on a fucking boat, like a little ass boat, and then this
Some,
like
mermaid,
hot ass chick comes over there and she starts singing to you, and then all of a sudden you're like the most turned on you ever been in your entire life, and you're like,
and then
what?
you're drowning.
and then you go close to her and she just like gets the ugliest look on her face and grabs you and fucking takes you down.
But yeah, literally, well, like, a siren.
Literally, yeah.
But no, honestly, in my head, I feel like I'd want to think mermaids are pretty, but I feel like I definitely, whenever I think of a mermaid, I think of Harry Potter and the mermaids in Harry Potter.
That's how I picture them. If they were real, they would look like that.
I agree.
Only
that's just in my head.
One.
Yeah, literally. Damn, I just got so sad about Cedric Diggory out of nowhere.
Dude, that really is rough.
Damn.
Robert Pattinson, he lived off the money of Harry Potter for a while. Did you know that? So he didn't really act that much after. He lived off the money, and he had like a nice little spot in New York, he said, and he was trying to do music. He wanted to pursue a career in music, and then it did not work out. He came flat broke, and I think after that is when he did Twilight and he like hated Twilight. It was beneath him. He said he didn't care at all once he was when he was on set. And like he wasn't trying. Movie. Yeah, he wasn't trying at all. Like he thought it was like it was dumb. And he said there was literally a point in time where his manager came to him on a lunch break and was like, if you don't stop what you're doing, they're gonna fire you today. They're gonna fire you. You have to right now turn around. And then he had to like start trying or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that ruined Twilight for me. Really? I love Twilight. That first one is so good. Although I always turn it off at the baseball scene. Yeah. Once you see James come out of the fucking fog, nah, I'm done. Like I couldn't care less about the rest of the film. I'm here for the love story, motherfucker. All right, I want her to be irrevocably in love with this man. All right, and it's like I've always been like here for it. Like it's always such a guilty pleasure. Like I feel so warm and fuzzy watching it. It's so cute.
Literally, it brings me home.
Dude, it's so good.
It's a good vibe. And also, like, I don't know why, but that diner scene, warmth. Like
something about like
she just got
food.
saved. Fuck.
So
good.
It's so. And then the last time I watched it, I was just like in my head about knowing that he like didn't care. And then I watched it, and I just like you could just tell that a lot of scenes, like it's not Edward Cullen being dark and mysterious. It's Robert Pattinson not giving a fuck about being there.
But tell me why it doesn't sell. I mean, tell me why it sells.
No,
like,
I'm
tell
telling
me
you.
why.
No,
but, like,
no,
don't you think that's better?
No. I don't think it's better at all. I'm telling you, it doesn't sell now that I know that.
Yeah, I mean,
now that I know that, I saw it, and then it's no longer
but, like,
him not
think
caring.
of it, though.
If I could turn it off, I will.
This man was like, I'm broke. Okay, vampire movie. Fuck, why not?
Well, it wasn't just a vampire movie. It was like, this is a best-selling book that might turn into something. Dude, their teasers for that movie... They literally
had no hope.
No, they had hope. They had hope, dude. Their teasers, do you remember it? It was like the camera was like flashing like shots, and it was showing like Edward's room, the open window, going out, and then going through the trees with no fucking context.
It was just your point of view.
Yeah. And then no context, and then it was just like Twilight. And I was like, dude, they knew they had a fan base that they were calling to, because there's no way they would give so little context to anyone else.
I guess you're true. Well, I think like the producers and the writers and everybody creating it, yes, but maybe not the actors, because like all of them even say that, you know, it was low, like they just didn't think it was going to be that big. They didn't think it was, because compared to what they probably thought it would be, compared to what it is, like you know what I mean?
Oh my god, I'm gonna get a huge check from this for the rest of my life.
Literally,
that's so crazy. And
they all bash it.
No, I know they bash it, but like literally, like they just remodeled their bathroom because like their residual from that month.
Have you ever heard her talk about Twilight?
No, because I always forget that she's in it.
Well, so does she, I guess. She says that a lot. But she was saying how she was just like, it was always cold, and her pants were always soaked, and because it was always wet and rainy because they didn't like Seattle.
Her pants were always soaked because Robert Pattinson was there.
Yeah. Taylor Lautner, don't forget about him.
Yeah, but she was never in a scene with him, so why would she see him?
Behind the stage. Oh.
She did the casting call. That she
no,
ain't there
man,
that day.
Fuck off. Whatever. But either way, she was just talking about how like everyone was always cold, so they never really talked. It was all very isolated. The scenes were okay, but she was just like, it wasn't really that big of a community. So like it makes sense. And then the second movie, I think, started.
Not to like name drop, when I was on that Netflix film, a lot of the actors didn't socialize. They went back to their trailer in between scenes, so they would come out for they'd have like 2 minutes before they set call to action, where they would kind of talk for a minute and then would go do their shot, and they would go back to the trailer. Yeah, because he was either hot as absolute fucking balls or as cold as shit at night.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
and like these are coworkers, these aren't friends.
Exactly. It's coworkers. It's not until like you're like your third, fourth movie in, and then
everyone's
you guys now you're like, oh, we're great. We make so much money off this. Let's fucking be friends today. Yeah. Everyone's just fucking happy to fucking be there, dude.
For real. Shit. Twilight's great. What was it? I think it was Sella. Because she's seen I can't think of what the movie was called, but it was basically one of those like parody movies, and but it was for Twilight, like yeah. Bella comes out of the car with like this huge cactus instead of like the little one she comes out with. She's just like, and Sella, I've showed her Twilight.
It's called Vampires Suck.
Oh yeah yep. And oh damn, what a great movie too. Bless you. That was a great movie too. But Sella, I kept telling her like, bless you. I kept telling her like, let's watch Twilight, and it was before she saw it. And then she was just like, wait, I keep thinking I've seen it. I have. And I was like, no, it's the parody. And so we watched the movie.
She saw the parody before the movie?
Parody before the movie.
That's so cool.
So even in reference, when we watched Twilight, she was like, it was like almost like she was watching. It was so it was just so weird. It's so like funny.
Her point of reference is like her
like the
her
joke
island, like her rock, her foundation is Vampire Sucks. And then like she has the movie that Vampire Sucks. It's like this movie is like based off of Vampire Sucks basically in her head.
Yeah. So someone's funny. Like, I could so do better, and it makes like a better movie like Twilight or something.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It was gold.
Oh,
Stella's so funny with movies. She's so funny with movies.
Like in what sense?
Like she'll watch it and enjoy it, and the next day I'll be like, man, you remember blah, 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 like that happened? And she goes, what? Wait, hold on, why don't I? And she just can't remember any part of the movie. Because it just, like, she just enjoys the film and then, you know, it kind of just, like, leaves that day.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. It's just very comical almost. Because we'll watch, like, a movie the night before and just start talking about it. And she was just like, no, I have no idea what that is. Especially older movies. But, like, oh, my God. But the ones that stick out are so random. But that was kind of like a tangent because I thought about it.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything coming out you want to see?
No, not really.
You never saw Avatar, huh?
No.
Fucking banger.
I know.
Dude, if there was people, there's people I'm sure from the first one, but like
I heard nothing really happened. Like I heard it was like 3 hours of just like story, like of just like nothing like
it's
building.
It's extreme character development, and it's more so like it's more so like if okay, so you think about like a movie in 3 acts, right? Mm-hmm. And then the original Avatar 3 acts. So you have the fucking Sully getting into the Avatar, going and meeting the lady, and then the second act is he's kind of going back and forth, learning their shit, and then also reporting back to the general, and then shit goes absolute fucking sideways, and they burn down their fucking tree.
Yeah.
And then the third act is he like rises from the ashes, goes to them. He becomes the guy that rides the big dragon or like the banshee, and then comes and then they fight. Right? That's the third act. This is as if it was all the first act with a sprinkle of the third act in it to give some stuff. But he has 4 fucking movies planned out. So he has all the way up to Avatar 5 that he shot over. He shot all of it and got it all done before he even released this one. So it's all building up to this huge thing. So instead of in the first movie, like because the first movie, he goes into the tribe, learns their ways, has this whole like hero's arc, and then they kick out the humans off Earth. So instead of everything happening in one movie, it's gonna happen over the fucking like 4 movies.
Oh yeah, I did hear about the new ones already.
Yeah,
being confirmed.
Yeah, no, he's already filmed them. He filmed them consecutively. That's what I just said.
Oh my God.
He filmed one. He basically, they had a crazy shoot to where they filmed 4 fucking movies.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
I swear I was looking at you.
He fucking zoned out. He wanted to avoid in an interview. He said he wanted to avoid the Stranger Things effect, where the too much time passed in between seasons of Stranger Things, and all of a sudden the kids are way too fucking old for the time that they say passed, and they grow too much. So because there's kids now, because the Sully and the girl have kids, so they didn't want them to grow super old. Even though Sigourney Weaver is as a kid, she plays a daughter. It's really weird how they bring her in. But well, anyways, what I was gonna say is basically there's a lot of people now that probably want to fuck avatars. Yeah, they really sexualize these.
Did they?
Yeah, it's really sexualized, but in like a more modest way. Like I don't think it's like overpowering. Like, ew, why are they fucking doing that? But it's like they sexualize it enough to where it's a sexy movie, kind of. It's not a sexy movie. I don't know the fuck I said that. It's like it's.
You better leave that in. I swear.
No, it's
Avatar,
okay.
Sexy movie.
It's a sexy movie. No, it's like, okay, so you need it to be sensational, right? You need it to be like hot kind of movie, like to be a big budget movie.
It needs to grab attention.
So it grabs attention, and that's what they did. But if there wasn't a lot of people before,
would it be America if we didn't sexualize something?
Exactly. So they're gonna like now. There's got to be a huge base of people that want to fuck avatars.
Get in line. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm saying. Now it's gonna like. What if they're like promoting that and they like sexualized like, you know, like avatars because all they want you to do is just have like an alter, like, you know, like a alt reality where you're like in VR and like that's kind of like, you know, where it's gonna end up. Who knows? I
saw there's like a movie or something where there's a VI. Oh no! It's not a movie. Did you ever watch that show with Jonah Hill? He had a mini series where it's.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, it's Jonah Hill and Emma. What the fuck?
It's a show?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a mini series with Jonah Hill and the girl from Easy A. What's her name again?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Sorry.
And they like test like this new drug.
Oh.
What's that called again?
Yes. Hold on. I know what that is. What was it? I don't know why it's coming up in my head as like match. Like I don't know why I keep thinking of like.
Okay. Yeah, but they have this mini series where they test this like new drug, and there's I think in the first episode they're trying to get this scientist to come back to work for the company because the head guy that was leading the research, I don't know if he dies or is unwell, I can't remember, but they go to get this other guy that was like fired, but he knows enough about the research to lead the study. And they go to his house, and this guy is like, it's a weird kind of like futuristic zone. It's almost like a vibe of Blade Runner kind of. And so they go to this guy's house.
Why is it not on here?
And he has a VR setup, Tiff. But he has a VR setup, but like they walk in, they're like, "What the fuck?" Because it's on his head. He has like things on his hands, whatever he's doing VR. But he's like literally having sex with something on the VR because there's something on his like waist, but it's attached to his thing, and so it's like making him feel like he's having sex.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was crazy, and it was in this show where like it was like it's kind of like I don't know. I think that's where it's going, where it'll be like you're just like you have this thing that you strap into, and it's got like a fleshlight attached to it.
Ew.
And then you just.
Ew. That's so. I mean.
That's where it's going.
I think it's just weird because it's just like so sad. You know what I mean? I also can't find it.
Yeah, you're not looking hard enough, dude.
Also, I don't know why, but like, are you sure it's Jonah Hill?
100% it's Jonah Hill.
Okay.
Although Jonah Hill's new movie looks fire. I need to watch it. It looks so fucking funny. Yeah. Yeah. Have you? Oh, you don't have an opinion on it?
I don't know. There's a lot of movies I just don't go for, and like I could already tell like it battles with, you know, like having like, you know, a different race of a girlfriend or boyfriend and than your parents and having to deal with it, and I could tell there's gonna be conflict, and it's just not something I don't know.
Maniac. It's called
Maniac. I said match. What the fuck?
Hey, you were fucking close though, homie.
Yeah, I was like,
that show is fire.
Really, I need to watch it. But like,
you haven't watched it?
No,
Dude,
I've only seen clips on TikTok.
It's only a mini series, dude. It's fucking worth it. It's super good.
Hell yeah.
It's a mind bender.
But I mean, like, yeah, I'd want to watch it. But like, I also heard I saw videos on TikTok of people discussing it, and it was just like there's just like a lot that goes back and forth of like I don't know, just something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't know. I just don't think I'd go out of my way for it. But like, if I ended up watching it, you know, I wouldn't mind.
It's the same. I think that's the reason I like Severance so much, because it reminds me of Severance. And now that I'm saying that, like it reminds me a lot of Severance. That's the comparison I've been trying to make. But anyways, I think that's about it for the day. I don't want to push this too much, but if you're good, I'm good, and we could just end it here.
I'm good.
Yeah. Sorry that was a bit crazy. This was more like bullet points. Generally, before we would always just bounce off of, you know, topics because of like you would just dive deeper and deeper and find things off of what we said. But now it's going to be kind of shifting off topics, and we'll find our groove. Our groove as we go. But yeah. Hopefully you found some entertainment within us like rambling about these random ass topics.
Yeah.
And you learned the proper way of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Which is not your way. First of all, let us know if Johnny gives you the ick with the peanut butter story.
Don't let us know if Johnny gives the ick. I'm tired of how many people I give the ick to.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I don't think there's anyone that I give the ick to.
Don't sell yourself short.
Don't ever say that again.
No,
all right, guys. This was Juts Banter. We are just getting back at it.
Yeah.
right, that's it, guys.